Welcome wizards to another week, and this time we're going to free our minds. I'm going to be talking about tips for productivity. Who doesn't want to be more productive? Who doesn't want to do more things in less time? Who wants to have more time and do more things? Whatever way you want to put it. Let me give you a model that has served me for years and it serves me still in the present. It's from Jamie Smart. Jamie Smart talks about the model of clarity. And now I really need you to grab a paper and a pen and draw a quadrant, vertical and horizontal line. So now we have 4 quadrants. The first quadrant on the left, it belongs to an area of, on the top, right, clarity. On the second quadrant, down, we write down contamination. Then quadrant on the right at the top, that belongs to active. And then quadrant at the bottom belongs to passivity. So I'm gonna put it in here like a little drawing afterwards when we edit the video for you to have it. And I'm gonna add the description, all the categories and where they fall into. So don't worry about that now. Now, draw the quadrant and just put the pen down and listen, open your ears. Now we are wizards and we are using our magic wand, productivity wand with this clarity model to bring a little bit more of psychological space into our lives, to know how do we move through resistances, how do we move through procrastination, how do we stop procrastinating, and how can we know when we are procrastinating consciously or when we're doing it unconsciously? What is the line in between what is healthy and what is unhealthy? Let's begin. I'm going to start with the first quadrant at the bottom on the left. That belongs to a thinking that it's contaminated by a lot of thoughts. It will be an area of overthinking and it's area of passivity. We aren't doing anything. We are just feeling the resistance. This quadrant is the resistance quadrant. Resistance is our enemy. Whatever stands between you and your dreams, wizard, it is contaminated by your thoughts, by your emotions, whatever is not serving you, by your patterns, your ego, that is resistance. Because we can use our mind to produce thoughts that are a little bit more focused on whatever we want to achieve in life, rather than just sitting in there thinking and overthinking how we could have done better. What if that keep us stuck in this area in which our thinking is not clear, we're in rumination, overthinking, and we're not doing anything. We're in passivity, inactivity. How do we get out of here? Well, you've got to move. So from the first quadrant at the bottom left, we move to the right one at the bottom. This area is active, yet still with contaminated thought. So this is like when you've got a paddle with sand and you stir it and suddenly the water is not clear or transparent anymore. It becomes super blurry with a lot of little grains of sand at the top. But you're willing to move. You show up. You stay in the game. You know it doesn't feel good to go to the gym, yet you do it. You go, you move. Are those little steps, super little small actions that are taking you out of passivity and moving you into a place of movement? Really, I always insist a lot throughout my programs and throughout my life, to be honest, with family, friends and everything, especially with myself, that your body has to move to also move your mind. So what happens when we actually, if for instance, when you have a smoothie and you've got like the different layers and then you shake it and that becomes a smoothie all together, right? So you have to shake it off. You have to move. So if you're in resistance right now, think about it. What are those little actions, those little steps that I can do that are not going to be very effortful, but yet it keeps me out of the apathy, of the shameful, of the fear zone. Yeah? Let's move now diagonally. So now we're gonna move onto the quadrant at the top left. This quadrant it belongs to passivity. We are in a passive state, yet we have a clear thinking. So now our thinking is not contaminated by thoughts, emotions, or sandstorms. Now we can think clearly, yet we don't feel like moving. We are tired. We're physically tired. What happens when we're physically tired? We stop and we reflect. You take out your diary, and as an amazing wizard, you start writing down all those thoughts in your clear mind that are going to bring you to the place you want to be in life. This air is beautiful. Did you know that Steve Jobs and Albert Einstein, Thomas Edison had their greatest ideas in this state of mind, in this quadrant in which we are passive, so inactive, but we are inspired. We are inspired inactivity. We don't move, yet we sit down consciously. I consciously sit down to meditate, to feel my body, to feel my emotions, to write down my ideas, to reflect on what is going on in my life with a clear mind. And the final quadrant, whatever you are right now is perfect, but you really want to enjoy this one, is the top of the right. And this is the inspired action. This quadrant is when we are in flow, when we are creative, when our magic just works, when we shake our wand and we know our spells and we just make things happen. This area is beautiful. Enjoy when it comes. When you're here, there's no resistance. Guys, here you have a clear mind and you're active. It's when you think about things and you never put the wrong foot. It's like, oh my God, like everything is falling into place. All the hard work I've been doing when I've been in uninspired action down, or when I've been reflecting, now is falling into place. And you're flowing and creating passionately. So I really hope you can use this amazing map to clear your mind and to be more productive at your work, at your creation, at your legacy. Because it's going to help you to shape your identity and expand beyond the overthinking, beyond the procrastination, beyond the excuses, beyond the justifications. It's going to allow you to shift from moment to moment intuitively and stop and say, wow, I'm now not feeling like moving. I am in passivity. I am passive right now, but I have my mind clear. Well, you know, now you can take that into advantage. You can take that as a leverage, and use it for your advantage to reflect. Oh, I feel like not moving at all, and I'm just complaining, and I know what to do in theory. I just don't really want to move, because if I move, I don't know if I'm going to get out of my comfort zone. I mean, you are resistant. What is that giving you? And what is costing you? Yeah, so move through the quadrant freely, shake that magic wand of productivity, and start being you. Thank you so much. Share with your friends this video. Bring more people into the app. Let's become better wizards. Let's become better at what we do best, working our magic.